Good day, Las Vegas, and welcome back to Vegas Vibes, giving you a peek at what's groovin' and brewin' in the music, pageantry, live production, and fascinating scenes in the city that never sleeps. And I'm your host, Esmeralda Padilla-Gould. I would like to thank the hundreds of thousands of loyal viewers of Vegas Vibes on Vegas Live TV, ACTV, WCTV, and BingeNetworks.tv, especially those watching on my favorite devices, Roku, Kodi, Amazon Fire TV, Samsung and LG Smart TVs, the recently added Pizzazz.tv and Dailymotion app, and of course, in my very own website, VegasVibes.us. Please continue to support my show as well as my Vegas Vibes network by telling your friends to like Vegas Vibes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I also would like to thank the millions of visitors who came to Vegas this month as we continue to celebrate the Vegas Vibes movement that Las Vegas is fully but cautiously open. We continue to encourage all locals and visitors to be more responsible in dealing with the extension of the pandemic so we can all reap the benefits of a safer and peaceful community. We hope to continue seeing familiar faces when we watch mega concerts and major sports events live and in person, even with our mask on. As mentioned, for the next 2 seasons or so, I will be featuring 2 of my most talked about interviews since I started in the business. Some of you may notice that I gained a few inches since then, no thanks to the pandemic, but I'm happy to give a throwback treat to my loyal viewers. Find out who my interviewers are, so don't go away. Welcome back. Las Vegas remains to host the best and the biggest resorts in the globe, and some of the best entertainers in the world live right here in this great city. It's bursting at the seams with creative juices, and those mega live productions can't forever be parked in the shade. So keep coming to Vegas. There's danger everywhere, even in your own closet. So keep coming, but be vigilant and careful all the time, even if you're fully vaccinated. My throwback interviews with 2 of my favorite singer-songwriters in town, Mr. Cleer, my co-host in Music Planet, and Mr. Roy Hamilton Jr. Coming up next, so freeze that remote until Vegas Vibes returns. Hello everyone, I'm Esmeralda Padilla-Gould and welcome to Vegas Vibes. On Vegas Vibes, I'll be featuring amazingly talented people from many walks of life who contribute to making Las Vegas a unique global brand. And on that note, here with us today, the amazing singer, recording artist, and songwriter, Cleer. Welcome to Vegas Vibes.
Thank you. Nice to be here on Vegas Vibes with you, Esmeralda.
It's my pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
First of all, I would like to know where you're originally from.
I'm originally from a city called Montgomery, Alabama. That's where
And I heard from you earlier that you came from a big family.
Yes, I come from a pretty large family. 5 immediate brothers and sisters, but I have several other step brothers and sisters. So if you count us all up together, it'd probably be about 11.
Wow. Wow.
So you know, if you always get learn to answer to, "Hey, you," and everybody turns around because you know everybody.
You forget everybody's name.
Well, you know, parents do. You know, they'll go through the line. I don't know if you've ever seen that witness before, but a parent will be wanting to get one child's attention, but they'll go from the top to the bottom or the bottom to the top of all the names before they get to the actual one that they want to talk to.
Wow.
So they'll go blah 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 blah, and then they'll go, "You know who I'm talking about," and be looking straight at you. It's like, well, but I'm not them, and then you don't ever do that.
So I would like to know, when did you discover your natural ability to perform or your passion for music?
Well, it's always been something that has been an innate part of my character, and
Does anybody in your family sing?
My mother does. My mother did. She was a gospel singer. In fact, she wanted to be a professional gospel singer until she started having children, and then she put that on the shelf to raise a family. My mother and aunts and dad used to tell me that when I was about 2 years old, when I was walking and everything like that, I would always dance. So for some reason, their friends and they always got a kick out of watching me dance.
You're the entertainer in the family.
Right, and I wasn't shy about it, although my brother was. You couldn't get him to do anything. He'd run and hide. But they used to stand me up on this big coffee table and make me dance,
Make
and
you
they would throw pennies and nickels and quarters at me, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed
So
it.
when did singing come in?
Singing, I've always sang. I made up songs. If I was feeling happy, I'd make up songs. Like I'm so happy, 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 happy. I'm so happy. I love everyone. I do stuff like that. I can remember little things like that in jingles. And if I was sad, I was like, nobody cares for me.
So you're a singer, writer at a very young age.
At a very young age, I would make up songs and about everything.
Can you recall the very first song that you have composed?
No, I really couldn't put my finger on that because I was quite prolific.
How about the very first song, the original song that you have recorded?
Well, the very first professional original song that I recorded for myself was a track called "So Good."
And where do you draw your inspiration from?
Everywhere.
For example?
Everywhere.
Like the first song that you, or your favorite song that you have composed?
Well, "So Good" was a co-written song. First of all, it was written by a gentleman by the name of Terrell Carter. And then I stepped on it and did a few little rewrites on the song. But initially when I heard the track, my former manager, who is no longer with us, God rest his soul, his name was Dick Scott, and he was grooming me. I was his final artist that he was grooming just before he passed away. And just not to go off in a different direction, but just give you a little background about Dick Scott. Dick Scott brought the world a lot of amazing top recording artists that everyone knows in the world. And he was the right hand for some time, Barry Gordy's, when they left Hitsville in Detroit, Michigan, back in the late 60s, early 70s, and moved to Los Angeles and became Motown. And he was instrumental as a visionary with such acts of the Motown, such as the Diana Ross and the Supremes, Temptations, Marvin Gaye. And after a couple of years of being in Los Angeles, he struck out on his own and formed his own group called Dick Scott Management, and then brought the world people such as Patty Austin, James Ingram, Phoebe Snow, who he managed, George Benson. And then let's move later on. We discovered Mark Wahlberg. Marky Mark, everybody knows who Mark Wahlberg. Yes, and he was also instrumental in and around the invention of groups such as from the 90s, during the early hip hop, In Vogue, Boyz II Men, A New Edition, acts like that. And so I was one of these last
You highly speak
artists.
of him. I could tell that he's a great influence.
He was a
on
great
you.
influence on me, and he helped me to hone in on my emotions as a singer, and to draw in, because I wrote a lot and was very prolific, and to really take those and put those emotions and also be able to share that with collaborating with other artists. So ergo the song was "So Good," which actually was an homage to my mother. So the first part of the song goes, first of all, I like to tell you that First of all, I'd like to tell you that I love you. Second thing I want to say is that I thank you. This is true, so true. When I was trying to come up, you stuck around. Didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. This is true, so true. Oh, but you were there when I needed you. So that was an homage to my mother.
So you've been singing on Music Asia, and we're so grateful to have you each week. But is there any other specific performance that you would say that stands out in your memory that has changed you and made you a better performer?
Well, first of all, I have to go all the way back to age 8 years old, because that was at the time that I knew unequivocally that I had to be a singer. I was going to be a singer.
Calling.
It was my calling.
So fast forward, where do you see yourself now?
Well, where I see myself now,
And in the future, like, what would you like to accomplish?
Well, presently I've accomplished recently one of my major goals, and that is to become a Billboard artist, which I was very fortunate to have happen to me in 2011. I
Wow,
became a top.
congratulations.
Thank you. I became a top 40 Billboard artist. I covered a song that had been recorded many times by many great artists by a gentleman by the name of Mr. Bobby Caldwell. This song is called "What You Won't Do for Love."
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
of course. Everybody knows that.
Right. Guess you
Very
wonder where
popular.
I've been. Right.
Worldwide.
So, with his blessing, I set off to the studio to record the song and make it my own. So I wanted to reinvent the song and give it some and pizzazz that would be more or less like today, give it a feel like that, and for it to carry into the future. And so we did, and it hit the radio stations, like 118 different radio stations across the country.
Wow.
And they were picking it up all over the place, and it debuted immediately on Billboard at number 38. Okay, and it went as high.
amazing.
Yeah, it went as high
Great to
as
be-
number 29. Went as high as number 29 on the Billboard charts. So I was like, really like, okay, yes, we're going for the top 10. So that was that's something that has been really instrumental in my life.
So, who among the iconic celebrities or musicians
Oh, I've done
do you
things.
look
I've
up
done
to? Or you would like to emulate?
musicians. Well, I love Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson.
Is that why Ben is the song that is
Yeah.
your favorite to belt out?
Yeah, it was that. Plus, my voice was extremely high when I was that age. So I had a really high voice. Right now I have a 2.5 octave range.
Wow.
My bottom is my speaking voice, which is a baritone, but my upper octave goes into I'm first tenor when it comes to my natural voice, and be up that, and then goes above that. But I'm a appreciator, should I say, connoisseur of female jazz artists. Now, as a singer, those are the type of artists that I like to study. Ella Fitzgerald, the old iconic was Ella Fitzgerald, Sarah Vaughan's, Dinah Washington's, Nancy Wilson, people like that I really sort of gravitated towards because of how they did what they did and how they could all do the same song, but they did something different to it to make it their own. And then there were male singers, and I was an avid lover of James Brown. Sammy Davis Jr. was, I love the way that man moved, and Fred Astaire. So I would, dance-wise, I would take a little Fred Astaire, add a little Sammy Davis Jr. twist to it, and give it a little James Brown flip. So, and I found myself, I've danced professionally too for a while. So
I wish we have more time because
Yeah.
you sound so interesting, and I know you have a lot of things that you would like to share to our audience.
Oh, absolutely.
But for my last question,
Yes.
what piece of advice or words of wisdom you would like to share to everyone who aspire to become a great songwriter or singer, or even
Well-
a fashion designer?
Well, as my mother once said to me, she said, the best thing you could ever do in life for yourself is to love what you do and do what you love. And you'll always know what that is if it's the only thing that you think about when you wake up, and it's the only thing you think about when you go to sleep. That's what you should be. And that's where you should put your concentration and energy in being that, and being the best at it.
Yes, you
That
have
you can
not
be.
lived life until you have lived the life you love,
Right.
right?
Right, and then when you live the life you love the life you live. And no matter what goes on, there's no wrong way for it, and everything works out always.
Thank you so much, Cleer. Please invite
you,
all
Esmeralda.
our global and local audience to tune into your shows, or
Yes.
where could they find you?
Well, you're going to be able to find me here on Music Asia on Thursdays. And by the way, we've got a new show coming up too that also I'll be hosting here with
On Asian
ACTV,
Culture TV.
on Asian
Yes.
Culture TV. So stay tuned for that. You're going to love that, and we're going to get Esmeralda out there with the live band on the show too. I'm gonna get her.
So there you have it, Mr. Cleer. That's Cleer. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
It's a pleasure
Esmeralda.
to have you on
Thank
Vegas
you.
Vibes.
Namaste.
Can't believe you want it now. Let's work it out.
Thank you everyone for watching Vegas Vibes. I would like to thank Miss Anna Stewart Billings of Anne Fontaine. Her store is located at the Forum Shops inside Caesar's Palace. Catch me again next time as I feature another amazing personality here on Vegas Vibes. Thank you and God bless. Hello everyone, I'm Esmeralda Padilla-Gould and welcome to Vegas Vibes. On Vegas Vibes, I'll be featuring amazingly talented people from many walks of life who contribute to making Las Vegas a unique global brand. And on that note, here with us today, we have Mr. Roy Hamilton Jr., a singer-songwriter and a star. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, I'm delighted to have you. Thank you for your time. Well, I guess we can start off from where you came from.
Yes.
Your father is the late, legendary Roy Hamilton Sr.,
Yes.
right? And I'm sure he has a great influence on you. And were there any of your father's specific accomplishments which shaped you to who or where you are today?
Oh, most definitely. Well, his influences on me was very pronounced. When I first realized that he was a singer and he was a movie star.
How
'cause he's been in many
old were
movies.
you when you realized, oh my God, my father is a star? I saw some pictures of him with Elvis Presley.
Yes.
I was like, wow.
Like 4 years old, and I was in school. And when you're a kid, you're just there. But then one of my friends came up and said, "Your dad's a movie star." Like, wow.
Oh, he did movies as well?
Yeah, he did 2 movies.
Oh, wow.
Also called Let's Rock on Columbia Pictures.
And your father was the original singer of Unchained Melody, which was popularized by Righteous Brothers, of course, as we all know.
Absolutely.
And You'll Never Walk Alone.
That's right. That's his first hit in 1954. It was recorded under Epic Records, and he got his first start. Actually, he was the first artist, well, one of the first artists on Epic Records, which is now Sony. Everybody knows it's Sony. So it was very, very a good time for him that his manager, Bill Cook, introduced him to the people up in Columbia, which is the subsidiary of Epic Records. So that's how it started, and he recorded You'll Never Walk Alone, which is his first one, and then the other side was Ebb Tide, which is another very big, very successful hit for him. And then he just went on. His influence on me is just amazing, because I used to sit by the record player and listen to all of his music. And,
At the age of 4?
Well, yeah, 5 and 6. Yeah, as I went along, and they let me listen to the music, and I really enjoyed hearing my dad. So he was like my biggest and greatest influence of music.
Well, is that so you can say that ever since you were a child, that's something you want to be a part of, or
yes, I
what you
to be
wanted
like
to
him.
do? Just exactly
like
to
him,
be like
yeah.
your dad.
Yes. So being here in Las Vegas is a great opportunity, for me to
Are you originally from here?
Not
from Las
originally.
Vegas?
Actually, I was born in New York. All New York people out there, hey, and I grew up mainly. We moved around a lot after a while. We stayed in New Rochelle, New York. That was where we were, And my dad, we traveled around with him quite a bit. So
what made
fun.
you come to Las Vegas?
Well, I came for the music, This,
for obvious reasons, it's because it's so accessible to venues and shows.
Entertainment capital of the world.
Yes.
So it's so many venues here that respect the live music, and I just wanted to be a part of it. So we decided to move here.
And you're a singer-songwriter, and you have shows in town.
Yes, I do have a few shows here that we're working on. The biggest one is right here in Las Vegas. It's going to be July 20th. It's going to be the 49th anniversary of my dad's passing.
A big tribute, yes.
The big tribute. So we're going to have a 17-piece big band orchestra. It's going to be featured with all my father's original charts, and it's going to be with Bruce Harper Orchestra.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Wow.
Yes. So and it's going to be at the Ron DeCar's Event Center.
So don't miss that. That's on
the Las Vegas Strip. It's going to be 1206 Las Vegas Boulevard.
From what time?
It's going to be start from 5:30. Seating starts at 5:30, and the show starts at 7.
Amazing.
It's gonna
Let's
be
talk
awesome.
about you. Would you like to accomplish in your music career? Where do you see yourself going?
Well, I'd like to
Because
continue.
I know you have,
Yes.
since you're a singer-songwriter, you have composed a beautiful song for your lovely wife, and it's called
It's
1,000
called
Ways
1,000 Ways
to Love You.
Yeah, 1,000
Wow.
Ways to Love You.
How did you come up with that? Well, for obvious reasons
Well, of
again,
course,
because you have a
yeah.
very lovely wife and you're very in
Thank
love,
you.
and it's so easy to create something like that from her heart. So yeah, tell us more
It
about
is
that.
like, 1,000 ways, when you want to listen to one you love and you want to, like show how much you appreciate and love that person. So you want to give them many ways, So one of the ways was to writing a song about.
How did she react on that
she,
song?
She loved it.
She loved. Oh, I bet she did.
Yeah. Okay.
And how long have you been married?
We've been married 39 years.
What's the secret to that? I can hear her in the background. She takes care of you. She's
Yes, she
always
does.
there, right?
Yes, she's always there.
Each and every performances you have.
That's right.
So that's really something. You have a keeper there.
Right,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
no wonder it lasted. I mean, it's lasting.
Yes.
Right.
It's one half, is
39 years.
She's my other half, and yeah, we work together as a team, and we produce the show together. She does the announcing, and I do the singing. Pretty much. But it's really fun, to be able to accomplish, such a great, honor, for our dad. I'm just one of 7 of siblings.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah.
Do they
Fortunately,
all sing as well?
No.
Your
they
6
don't.
siblings? Oh, no.
Yes, no, they don't.
Just you?
Yeah, just
Oh,
me.
wow. And you carry your father's legacy, his name.
Yes. So it's really great to
Couldn't
just
be
to be
even more perfect
yeah,
than that.
Yes, it is. It's really, it's destiny, because when I was born very premature actually. So it's just a miracle that I'm even here, And after that, it just, we just worked, and I continue to build on, what, Dad accomplished, which is a strong legacy.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I have mentioned earlier that I saw a picture of your dad with Elvis Presley.
Mm-hmm.
Do you already kind of recognize that, oh my God, my father is with a big star?
Right.
So who are the other influence, or he has influence, he had
Mhm.
influence in his lifetime?
Well, Elvis Presley was, they were good friends, and my dad actually coached Elvis, with his vocal training.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he helped
He was
to
also
train
a coach,
Elvis, as
a vocal coach.
for Elvis,
Oh.
and they worked together in the studio. And Elvis actually gave my dad a song down in Chips Morman Studios, and then he thought that my dad would be able to sing it better than he could.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
You know, I've been...
Angelica.
And the song was called Angelica.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been to his house in Memphis,
Yes, that's true.
in Graceland.
Beautiful home.
Yes.
Yeah, my dad was actually one of the first people actually to even go upstairs and tour the whole house, and very few people got a chance to do that.
You know, I wish we have more time,
Mm-hmm.
but for my last question, before I let you plug your shows, what pieces of advice or word of wisdom would you like to impart to all our global audience who would like to do what you do?
Wow, there's so many talented people here in Las Vegas and here in the world, and I would just tell each and every one of you, just keep going, keep doing, keep, no matter what, because it's a lot of challenges and sometimes hardships, but you got to keep going. And you have a dream that you want to accomplish, to continue to follow it, and you'll succeed. But don't give up. Don't give up. Just keep going. And also, you remember, You'll Never Walk Alone, which was my dad's greatest hit. So, yeah. just
Thank you
keep doing
so
what you're
much.
doing.
It's
Thank
such a
you.
delight to
It's
have
such a
you.
pleasure.
Thank you for your
you.
time again, and I wish you
Yes.
good luck to all your endeavors.
Thank you.
And please invite all our friends to watch your upcoming show.
Great. Okay. It's going to be at Ron DeCar's Event Center right here in Las Vegas. It's going to be July 20th, 7 o'clock, right here on 1206 Las Vegas Boulevard. You can get your tickets at Eventbrite. And also, you can know more about Roy Hamilton at royhamilton.net.
Thank you, Mr. Roy Hamilton Jr.
It's such a pleasure. Thank you.
Take care. I would like to thank Anna Stewart Billings, of Anne Fontaine for my wardrobe today. They are located at the Forum Shops inside Caesar's Palace. I'm Esmeralda Padilla-Gould. Catch me again next time as I feature another amazing personality here on Vegas Vibes. We hope you enjoyed watching the Vegas Vibes episode as much as I did. Promise to join me again next week on this same fabulous Vegas Vibes channel. And to all our global viewers out there, let me remind you that Las Vegas is not just about the world-renowned Strip or the famous Fremont Street experience in the vibrant downtown district. It has real people, a lot of them musicians, live entertainers, and those involved in the world of pageantry. And to the people here in the Valley who work hard each day to make Las Vegas a global brand. I would like to feature you and your cool story right here in Vegas Vibes, either in the studios or online via Zoom. If you believe that's you, please email me now at vegasvibes1@gmail.com. Before I go, I would like to thank my wardrobe sponsor, Anne Fontaine, located at the Forum Shops of Caesar's Palace. Anne Fontaine is now open for business as well. You may call Ms. Anna Billings at 702-733-6205 to make an appointment. And now for my favorite segment, the Vegas Vibes Closet. Yes, it features an intricate selection of health and beauty products which I personally use. And this week I have for you Glam Room Palette No. 1 Fame. Unlock your fame in the new Glam Room Palette No. 1 with 10 matte, metallic shimmer and sparkle finishes made to perform on every skin tone. This universal eyeshadow palette gives you the power to play up every persona. Silky, smooth, blendable shades range from warm, pale peach and rose gold to cool plums and deep black for an ensemble of colors ready to envelope you in a new identity each time you want to reinvent yourself. I love Glam Room Palette No. 1 Fame. It's the perfect collection of warm colors to create an elegant look. Check it out, ladies! Below is the link if you wish to purchase it without delay. Search for Vegas Vibes Closet. Follow Vegas Vibes on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, or check out vegasvibes.us for updates and announcements. Once again, I'm your host, Esmeralda Padilla-Gould. Thank you for watching. Mwah!